That's the top of Mount Lafayette. That's where we're going tonight. We're staying in the hut just down off the ridge from there. And this is all the Falconia Ridge. This is the beginning of it. And it continues going around. There's Garfield, and I don't know, the other presidentials, they all kind of go on this way. Today. So you can see the trail going all the way up along this ridge, all the way up to this next peak. I think it's Lincoln. You can see the people going all the way up to the top. Picture perfect day. Top of Mount Lafayette, elevation 5260. Again, just like the past, packed with people. So day 2 of our hike in New Hampshire, the White Mountains Presidential Range. We just came down from Mount Lafayette. That's the first one on the right. And then you got Mount Lincoln. I forget the rest of them, but all those peaks there, all to the left, are all peaks that we've hiked in the last couple days. It's a beautiful day today. It's Labor Day, and of course there's tons of hikers up here too. That's the top right there. This is Mount Garfield. Definitely a tough climb up here. Real steep at the end, lots of rocks. Sometimes it's, you know, put your poles in one hand and use your free hand to climb up the rocks. Sort of more like rock climbing. It's been difficult. It's probably not going to change. Weather's been great, but there's hardly any wind, which has made it a little sweaty. But other than that, no rain and beautiful views, so can't complain. So after this, we go down the other side, up a little bit on the next mountain, and then to a hut, and get some food and relax. But surely a beautiful day. Morning at day 3. It's a little cooler this morning. There's definitely a breeze. Thank goodness for that. But that's where we're going today. That mountain covered in clouds. That's the first climb. And then I guess the ridge is behind it. I think it's South something mountain. Beautiful morning. This is the Galehead Hut. So this morning, pretty much a big climb up to the top of that mountain. And then downhill most of the rest of the day. A little bit of ups and downs, but and then we're going to the Zealand Hut, which is the next one along the way. Morning of day 4. This is the falls that were outside our hut, called Zealand Falls. And I was able to take a little bath swim yesterday with all my clothes on them. Put them back on, they're kind of wet, but manageable. And it's a little cloudy today. First day we've really seen any clouds up here, but it's also cooler and there's a little bit of a breeze, which I'm thankful for. It's just a beautiful spot. Today we have about 6.5 miles, mostly downhill, so it shouldn't be too bad. And we're going to end up at the AMC Highland Center, which is a full service hut, which means they have showers and power, electricity. All the other ones are wilderness and they don't have any services at all. So looking forward to a bath and getting my phone charged up, but enjoying this beautiful morning. So day 5, and this is the top of Mount Jackson, elevation 4062, I think. And that little dot that you see in the middle of the screen is the hut we're staying at. It's called the Mispa Hut. And then we're going on to the very tallest peak that you see in the center is Mount Washington, and that's 5,000 plus. But it's just an absolutely beautiful day. father's thumbs. The legend.
The legend. My legend, Mr. Bloody Legend.
So morning of day 6. Been very few areas where I can actually film because I need my poles. I need to be able to steady myself, but I'm gonna take a chance at this one going downhill. Not too steep, but I'll try to film a little bit. So it's been a good trip so far. Really hard sections, really easy sections, good mix, but overall difficult. We've only been hiking about 7 miles a day, which is about half of what we would ordinarily do on the Appalachian Trail. Super beautiful views, super beautiful country. A lot of spots like this with mud. But enjoying ourselves. The huts have been great. Never ate so much on a hiking trip. Having hot breakfast in the morning and meal at night, and so good bed to sleep into. Bunk bed, but very comfortable. But we got the climb to Mount Washington. We may do that this afternoon or in the morning. We're not sure, but a couple more days, and then the downhill to back to reality. So today there's a little breeze, which is super thankful because it's been almost with no breeze. It's been a sweaty mess. It's been in the high 80s. So thankful for the breeze today and a little cooler weather. But it's been a good hike, and looking forward to getting up on Mount Washington. That's the highest of the presidentials, a little over 6,000 feet. So enjoying this beautiful morning and the cooler weather, and looking forward to a great day. So we're at the top of the ridge, right before Mount Washington, which you can see is up there in the clouds. The hut is right behind this mountain, I think. It's ahead, but just kind of 360-degree views of the mountains. We're up above the tree line, so there's no trees. And the trail is marked, so you don't walk. They don't want you walking on any of this vegetation. Thumbs is behind me. I don't think he's too far behind me. I saw him a little earlier, but this trip I'm faster. Last trip he was faster, so we kind of trade off. But so far, our knees are doing pretty good, and feeling good. We may just drop our stuff at the hut and then go ahead and summit Mount Washington today because the weather's nice. I mean, it's in the clouds now, but at least it's not raining, and there's a chance of rain from here forward. So yeah, this is the trail, kind of between the two rock borders, and pretty well defined. There's you can see the cairns up ahead. Tricky walking, but okay, not too far to the hut. We should be at the hut probably by noon. Have plenty of time to summit Mount Washington. Hiking's been a little easier than it was at the beginning. We'll have 5 miles in by lunchtime, which isn't too bad. So, just enjoying the day, enjoying the weather. It's cooler up here. There's a nice breeze blowing. I'm not sweating too bad, and it's just a perfect day. That's the ridge we walked coming up here. And you can see the ridge behind it is where we walked also. We're just about to the hut before Mount Washington, Lake of the Clouds or something like that. Some great views right here though. So morning day 7, came down off of Mount Washington, clouds opened up, and now we've got back to sunshine. It's crazy. Weather's been amazing. There's Thumbs, he's a little bit behind me, but heading over these giant rock scrambles. This whole day's been pretty much the same. Just huge rock slides that we're going over, and here's the trail. And it kind of follows this cliff I'm standing out on. And then you can see it heading up this. That's where the climb starts. And then it goes all the way up to the top of that mountain is Mount Adams. It's not actually on the AT, it's just off of it, and just before the, or just after the crest of that is the hut we're staying at tonight. It's the Madison hut, and Mount Madison is right on the other side. So we may climb that, take a little blue blaze up to the top of that one, but it's turned out to be a beautiful day again. So morning of day 8, we took the shorter version from the hut last night, the Madison hut, down the mountain, rather than go up over Madison. Just a little beat up from the hike and ready to wrap things up. So absolutely great, fun hike. Some very, very hard sections, and then some very easy sections also, but the views were amazing. I'll never forget the views, and going hut to hut like we did was a great way to do the whites. Little shorter sections, mostly about between 5 and 7 miles between the huts, which made the hikes doable, which tells you a little bit about the difficulty. And typically we're doing 12 to 15 miles a day, and if you're getting 7, you're doing pretty good, really. So definitely would recommend this hike to anyone that is up for big views and adventure. The huts were great, lightened up the bag a little bit, didn't have to bring cooking stuff, didn't have to bring much food, didn't have to bring sleeping pad. So really was a bit of a blessing that way. And the views, I mean, everything about it, everything about New Hampshire is beautiful.